Really pleased with our guys. Obviously a big game for us and big game for them. They've been playing really good basketball, and I just thought we did a lot of good things. We hold them 35% shooting. The thing we didn't do well was we didn't keep them off the offensive glass. They're really, really good at it. But play a team that pressures and presses, and we turned the ball over 6 times. And I just thought that was terrific from an offensive standpoint. We started making some shots, and that really fueled it. But, again, I don't know what it all was, but, we led most of the game, which you do that in league play. You've done some really good things, and I just thought we did. We played well in a lot of different areas, and we needed to.
You had kind of said going into the game that your toughness, I guess, would be displayed in this game. I guess what did you learn about the toughness of your team coming off 3 losses?
Yeah, well, you got a team that's won 7 out of 8 and 3 in a row, and they come at you. They're hard to guard. They drive it downhill. They run in transition. They guard you. They're well coached. So we had a uphill battle when we've been challenged that way, and I thought the guys really passed that test. Now it's a game where we haven't done that for the last 2 weeks, and it's I thought we passed that grade today, and now we got to get rest and prepare for New Mexico, who's got a day rest extra on us because they played last night. Maybe as talented as team as there is in the league. We got to bounce back and prove that again. But I thought we had a lot of guys do a lot of good things. I thought, Robbie in the second half was great. I thought that's as well as KJ's played all year. He did a lot of good things. Blocked shots, changed shots, rebounded, scored. The guards were tremendous. Jalen gets 26, 6, and 6 with no turnovers and 3 steals. I mean, that's just it's a phenomenal game. And I thought Lindsey busted out of kind of his mini slump and really, really played well. And Jazz did a good job of getting to the free throw line. And I thought Niz did what he's been doing all year. I think we've missed that. He's kind of been in a rut a little bit, and I thought what he gave us off the bench was huge for us, for him to get 11 points, 3 rebounds, defend the way he defends. I thought that was really good.
Free throw line was your guys' friend in this game.
So first time, Chris. First time. I told the guys in the locker room, I said, hey, we got to be excited about the win, and I love the win. But let's even be more excited about we got our free throw goal. We outscored our opponent by 6, and our goal's 5. It's the first time in 20 games that we've reached that goal. So there was a celebration in the locker room of the free throw. And at one point it was, I think we had 6 attempts and they had 19. So some things changed, and we started getting to the free throw line. And like I've said, it should be a weapon for us because we shoot the free throw well. We just have not utilized that free throw line like we need to.
What was the key tonight to get to the line?
I thought we drove it hard. I thought we got some loose balls where there's some loose ball fouls, but I thought we drove it hard in the second half. They did a lot of switching, which we knew going in, and I thought we attacked the switching. We didn't stand and look, and which a lot of switching makes you do. I thought we were in attack mode most of the night, and that was good.
They were coming in really hot. I think 98 and 99 points their last 2 games. You guys really shut them down. You threw some zone at them. What do you think you guys did so well to kind of mess them up?
Well, I hope the zone helped us. I'll have to look at the tape, but I thought we did a good job. We got to work on it in transition. We weren't very good with it in transition, but it helped us because when we're fouling, we need something to go to try to just stay out of fouling. And I thought that helped us a little bit. We ended up having 19 fouls. We don't get 19 fouls very often. It's usually more than that. So, hopefully the zone helped us a little bit, and we got a lot of work to do on that. But I thought whether we were in man or zone, we did some really good things, much better in the first half than the second. And then offensively, we were much better in the second than we were the first. But, it was really only 2 guys that got away from us. And we're the same way, Chris. I think if it's just 2 of our guards, we're a different team. If we got a third and a fourth scorer, we're a much better team. And I think UNLV and other teams are the same way. And they had 2 guys that got away from us, Hardy and Hamilton, but nobody else was above 6 points. And so I think that becomes hard. And we're a team that's just like that.
Did you sense a different energy? I know you don't have a lot of guys who played against UNLV and the whole staff's new. Did you sense a different energy tonight because of? Well,
our staff just said the warm-up was better. Guys were here. Guys got on the floor a little bit earlier. Just again, we started. I said it last week. We started class yesterday. They get in a routine again. They get in, and it's hard. And some teams do well in I've had teams do really well in the break, and I've had teams do very poorly, and then I've had teams like that were kind of just marginally average during break. And it's a hard one because you can't house them in a hotel for the whole break. You can't, they've got to live where they live. But when nobody's around, it's, again, and I'm not saying anything was wrong. I'm just saying it's a different 4 weeks than what they're used to. And I think getting back into the, knowing that they went to class today, it was a normal school day. And, whether that had something to do with it, whether it was UNLV, whether sold out crowd or great crowd, whatever it may be, there were a lot of those variables that were favoring a good game.
How does a game like this help boost the confidence of the entire team?
Well, we'll see moving forward. I hope it's good. Lindsey needed to have a good shooting game. He had that. Jalen's playing at a really high level, and he's been playing at a high level. Jazz learned he can score with not making a lot of shots. He got the line 11 times. Niz gave us that energy off the bench, was good, and I like what our young guys are doing. I think Zane struggled shooting the ball today, but what Robbie did defensively, what KJ did, JC had some moments. He didn't get a lot of run because of what KJ did and Robbie did, but Kane's getting more. He's getting more confident in his role. So hopefully we can just build on it. We're one game from the midpoint. We're 5-3, and Saturday becomes huge because if we can get this to 6-3 at the midpoint, as I said, it's a huge accomplishment for this team midway through the conference season.
They made some runs at you, but you guys seem like you kept your.
And I think that's if you want to grade our toughness, I think that's where, if you look at Wyoming, we told them, Wyoming's up, I think 7-9 points with a minute 20 to go, and they lose in overtime. This team can make runs at you because they get to the free throw line, they drive it so hard, they've got great athletes. And I thought we took we had a good lead with 3 minutes to go in the half, and we stopped guarding with 3 minutes to go in the half. And they made a little run, got it to 6. I think they got it to 2 or 3, maybe even tied it in the second half. And we made another run. And so we were able to withstand their runs, which was really good because they've done a good job with runs all year, and a lot of their opponents have struggled against their runs.
Coach, you get 20 points off the fast break. Is that a welcome development?
Yeah, we got to score. Teams have taken our transition away, and we've been trying to stress that and work on it. And right now we're a team where we're no secret. Our guards score. Our bigs are young and inexperienced and learning. That's why KJ was big for to see that tonight. But getting out in transition where teams can't just sit at us in half court and fix their defense, I think is huge. And I thought we did a really good job breaking their press and attacking their press to try to score. I thought that was a big part of what we needed to do because we got some transition baskets.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Jalen, big rivalry game. Just how good does it feel to beat them like that?
It feels good. We came into it knowing how important it is to not only, our team, but as the fans and the community. And so we know we had to pull it out. And so to come out here and get a nice win like that over a good team who plays hard, that's big for us.
Lindsey, same question.
Yeah, like he said, I know the importance of this game, so, there's no excuse not to play hard. But, they're a good team. They won 7 of the last 8. So, it was a good win.
Lindsey, you got a really nice offensive game after struggling the last couple. I guess what was the difference for you? You hit an early 3. How much did that just make you feel like this was going to be a different night for you?
My teammates, encouraged me, told me to keep my head up. Just told me to still stay aggressive. So, it's just, I've been trying to do that. It's good seeing a couple shots going in, ride that wave.
Do you feel like you guys were getting into more of a rhythm tonight as the game was going on?
I think so, but I think a lot of it comes from, we were locked in. And I feel like we were really prepared this week, as a team and as a collective group. We did a good job of trying to keep our young guys and, keep our heads right and get ready for this game. And so throughout the game, every media timeout, I feel like we were just locked in.
You guys really got to the free throw line. Coach said you hit your goal for the first time this season. Why were you guys so successful getting this track?
Just being aggressive, I think. Just we get into the bonus early, and so just trying to keep them on their heels, keep the pressure on them was a big thing for us.
They made a couple of runs at you, and you guys have gone through some scoring droughts recent games. What made you guys be able to keep your poise and answer those and really keep the lead the whole game?
Like I said, just trying to be locked in. Like I said, we've been confident in each other. Like you said, he's been struggling the past few games, but that doesn't change anything with us. Like, we still feel the same about him just as we do about anybody else who goes through those struggles.
Lindsey, KJ came in and gave some really big minutes and really got the crowd into it. What was his impact on this game and really the bench's overall impact on the game?
Yeah, it was big time having KJ coming in like that. Being able to finish, got that dunk, and on defensive end too. Getting those blocks and being a presence in the paint. So it was big time for us. Having that inside presence for us.
Do you feel like you guys had more energy for this game? I mean, you guys had gone through your roughest stretch of the season and to come out and really win wire to wire in this one.
Yeah, I definitely, like Jalen said, I do really think we were really focused on this game. It shouldn't be just UNLV where, we're max focused, but that's kind of what it looked like. But, we were very focused on this game.
You've played with some really good players here. I mean, the Martin twins, and Jordan Caroline, Cam Oliver, guys like that, Marcus Marshall. How would you describe Jalen's all-around game and what he's able to bring to a team?
Yeah, honestly, Jalen's pretty kind of like me. I think we have kind of similar games, except he's an athlete with an F, not a T. So, but yeah, he stacks up any of those guys. You can pretty much score at all three levels, and he can defend. So he's one of the better guys I definitely played with.
Lindsey, you're running the point, and then if we look back, you keep either leading the team in rebounds or tying for the lead. I'm just wondering how those two go together. How are you pulling down so many rebounds this season? Could you walk us through that?
Honestly, you gotta give it to the big guys. They box out their guys, and we just tell them they just make sure they just get their guys. Me and Jalen can come in and get those rebounds and make it easier for them. So that's kind of what it's been.
Jalen, you guys had a really good defensive game. I mean, they were scoring really well of late, 98 and 99 points their last two games. What did you guys do so well on the defensive end? Looked like you threw some zone in there to either mess them up or at least they had a foul trouble. Yeah,
we definitely mixed it up a lot with the presses and the different zones and stuff that we went to. But we just try to focus on helping each other, making them make the extra pass. And so if we keep making them make the extra pass, then we're doing good on defense, And so that's been a focus for us, just, staying connected and staying together and helping each other.
Jalen, Coach was pretty impressed with he read us your whole line, and I think the part he liked best was 6 assists and no turnovers. Do you think, this is your most complete game here, or have you had a chance to think about that yet?
Haven't really thought about it too much, but like I said, it's always a good thing. I try to find my teammates. Sometimes I do better than other days, but, to come out here and, like I said, just do whatever you got to do to win. So if it takes me to do that to win, or if it takes me not to do that, we still win, regardless. If we get the win, that's what's important.
Any more questions for the players?
Coach, you would be going for his 600th win next game against his old school New Mexico. How meaningful would it be to get him that win against the team that he used to coach?
That's big, yeah. Obviously, that's big. Honestly, didn't know that until now. So, but yeah, it puts even more pressure on that game.
You talked a lot about getting to 6-3 at the midway point of the Mountain West. I mean, how important do you feel like that would be just to be in a really good position, have a lot of confidence going into the back end of the Mountain West schedule?
Yeah, that'd be big. We'll fight for being able to fight for his second place, which is put us in a good spot to fight for that second place spot for sure. But yeah, it'd be big. Being able to go 6-3.
Thanks, guys.